This is the second video for the topic matrix and determinants. The second video is about multiplication of matrix and finding the inverse of the matrix and simple application in the solution of equations. So in the multiplication of matrix, yan na para nakikita. The multiplication of matrix, if we have a scalar or a number, for example, if you have a number multiplied by a matrix, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1. All you have to do is to multiply this number, pag number lang yan, this number to all the elements. So this is equal to 5 times 1, and then we have 5 times 2, 5 times 3. Boring ano. So we have 5 times 2, then we have 5 times 1, 5 times 1, or the product now is equal to 5, 10, 15, 10, 5, 5. Ganun lang. Next, multiplication of matrices. Ayan, plural ng matrix, C. Tas mo, please. Bubuelo tayo. Let us say we have a matrix two, three, four, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. And we have the second matrix, call it B, column rows, 5, 2, 3, 1, and so now ganito yan. There is a rule kasi. Before we multiply, the two matrices must be conformable. Okay? So dapat nagko-conform yung dalawa. Paano mag-conform yun? Dapat yung column of the first matrix must be equal to rows of the second matrix. So halimbawa ito. This is 3 rows by 3 columns. Ito naman, ito, 1, 2, 3. 3 rows by 2 columns. Okay? So, yung column ng first, ito. Let me change the color. The column of the first, ito yung column, must be equal to the rows. Equal sila, di ba? So if these two column of the first matrix and rows of the second matrix are equal, this is 3 by 3, therefore, we can say that A and B are conformable. And therefore, they can be multiplied. Okay? So kasi if they are not conformable, you cannot multiply it. Now, the logic behind this, because ito yung mga number dito. This comes from the coefficient of the variables in the equation. For example, if we have, let's see, in application, for example, if we are determining forces in the members of the structure, may building ka. So before you can design the size of members, for example, if it's concrete, the size of the beam or column, the number of steel bars, you have first to determine the forces, the moments, the deformation, and so on. So in one joint alone, you have about six unknowns. So if you have, let's say, 100 joints in one building, you have about 600 unknowns. Dami, how are you going to solve that? So with the use of matrix and, of course, computer, that can be easily solved. In a program lang yan. So let me just simplify the discussion. Actually, the use of matrix is for the computer, for the use of computer. So we use computer, we use matrix in solving large number of equations. So let us say we have, sabihin na lang natin, x natin is 2, 5 plus 1. So this is how we formulate equations. Halimbawa, 2x plus y plus magkano siya? So 2 times 2, 4 plus 1y. So this is 5. Tama ba? So 2 times 2, 2 times 2 plus 1 plus 5. Thus we have x minus y is equal to, so 2 minus y plus 1. Yan, makakagawa ka ng maraming equations. So, mag-invent ka muna ng value and then you make the equation. Of course, this is for mga quizzes lang. So in actual, of course, you determine the equation from the given condition. You apply mechanics. Yeah, summation of forces vertical, summation of moment. You solve for the deformation, the friction, and so on. So ang dami niyan. So from that condition, you create equations. Yung mga equations, yung maraming unknowns, kasi 100 unknowns, yun, isosolve na by the use of matrix. Paano ba ginagawa yan? ito kasi yung we separate this, the coefficient from the unknowns. Ito yung ginagawa. So this is 2. We have the matrix of coefficients. The matrix of x is 2. Or the matrix, the coefficient of this term is 2. So, then the coefficient of y is 1. So naman, the coefficient of the second equation is 1. The coefficient of this is 1. So this is our coefficient matrix. Ang tawag natin ito, coefficient matrix. Now this is being multiplied, of course, to the variable or the unknown matrix. So we have this one. Ano yung variable natin? X, yung order of appearance niya from left to right. X yung una, Y yung pangalawa. Okay, so sa taas is X, dito na mas baba yung order niya. So ang tawag ito natin is variable matrix. So anong tawag na ito? Pag isang column lang. Tawag natin ito vector, di ba kanina? So this one is equal to the constant matrix, which is 5 and 1. In symbol, ganito yan. Let me change the color para social. Ito yung tawagin natin matrix A. Yung coefficient matrix. Ito naman tawagin natin X, yung variable matrix. Ano ba yan? So, variable matrix. At ito naman, tawagin natin constant matrix. So, ilagay natin sa symbol A matrix or the coefficient matrix times the variable matrix is equal to the constant matrix. Now, if you want to solve the matrix, parang yung, halimbawa, if you have, let's say, 3x is equal to 6. Anong ginagawa natin? We divide both sides by 3. Ito, 3 divided by 3, 6 divided by 3. Bakit ganon? Now, if you cross multiply 3 here, this is as though we are multiplying this by 1. So any number or equation multiplied by 1 is equation itself, and we are not changing anything. But we are removing the 3x here. So what will remain here is only 1x. So we have now x, 1x is equal to 6 divided by 3. Okay lang ito pag numbers. This is 6 divided by 3, which is 2. But in matrix, there's no division in matrix. Walang division. No division in matrix. Kayo, maka-invento kayo ng division. So, walang division niya. So, what we do, so this is now our solution. X is equal to C over, ganun lang, usual natin, di ba? So we cross multiply, we divide the constant matrix by the coefficient matrix. But as I have said, we do not have division in matrix. So what we do is we apply multiplication kasi may multiplication sa matrix. So paano siya magiging multiplication? So itaas natin, di ba? So ito Pag itinaas na nito, magiging negative 1 siya. Or, ang tawag natin dito, ito na tinatawag natin inverse of matrix. So, yan. So, to solve for the variable matrix, ang gagawin lang natin, let me have space. So, ang gagawin lang natin is to multiply the inverse to the constant to solve for this. Okay, before we do this, let me discuss first multiplication of matrix. So, ayan, nalaman natin na yung matrix, yung mga numbers pala, ito mga numbers na matrix, galing pa lang sa coefficient. Coefficient. Yan, coefficient yan. Coefficient. So, naging meron kang ganito. So, usually, pag sa klase, bibigyan ka lang ng ganito ng picture mo. 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 3, 2, and then times whatever is the matrix or you add so. So ito pala ng mga numbers, galing yan sa equation. So ito naman yung dito, you have your inverse and constant. So lagi ito numbers, multiply na siya. So as we go on, things will be clearer. So let us discuss first multiplication by multiplication of matrices. Ito mahaba din ito. Hindi naman complicated. So there is a procedure. That's why when you use matrix, should be programmed in a computer para maging practical siya. Kasi yung manual mo, wala ring silbi yan dahil ang haba. Pero pag nakakuha niyan, computer, kasi may procedure. So let us discuss now yung procedure, how to multiply matrix. Meron ba tayong example dito? Sana yan? Wala. Ito. Okay, ito na lang gamitin natin. Ayan. Can we copy this? Tingnan ko lang ha. Meron ba? Kaya ba? Ay, nako. Control C. Hindi ko pala kung kaya Control V. Pwede pala. Okay. Ito, ano nangyari? Ayan. Okay. So we will multiply these two matrices. Yung procedure niya, mayroong procedure kasi. Now, as I have said, before multiplying the matrices, be sure that they are conformable. Ano yung conformable? Yung katandaan natin, call rows. Okay, memorize this, call rows. The number of column in the first must be equal to the row. So first column must be equal to the second row. So in this case, this is 3 by 3. Ito naman, 3 rows by 2 columns. So pag i-multiply mo A times B, yung matrix, Ito yung symbol kasi. Pero yung iba, ino-omit na lang ito. A, matrix A times matrix B, ang labas niya, sabihin na lang natin is M. Yung size niya, ito yun. This is 3 by 3. Ito naman, 3 by 2. Yung labas niya is yung ito. So, yung labas niya is 3 by 2. So, ganito yan. Okay, so let us do it. So, kasi may procedure. Tatandaan nyo lang yung procedure. So, ito, sabay ito minamultiply dito. Yung una, this one to be multiplied to 5. This one to be multiplied to 3. 4 to be multiplied to 2. So, yung lalabas niya, lakihan na lang natin. Okay? So, yung product niya is 3 by 2. So, tatlong columns, tatlong rows, and 2 columns. So, let's proceed. Gawa tayo ng, let's change the color pa. So, ito, multiply to dito. Pero, isa-isa. So, the product now is, for the first element lang, element, 2 times 5 plus 3 times 3. Kita niyo, partner-partner siya. So, dapat conformable talaga yun. Kung ilang column dito, dapat yung rows niya. Kasi dapat may partner siya. Kasi ganito yun yung kanina. You are going to analyze this one. Ito. Diba? Itong dalawa, yung coefficient, dapat partner niya yung x and y. So, dapat ito yung column mo. Ito yung number mo rin. X and y. Dapat dalawang rows. Kasi yung dalawang coefficient mo, dalawang rows. Column, rows. Halimbawa, sobra ito. Halimbawa, may z ka pa. Saan mo na wala nang i-multiply na number. So, dapat partner-partner or tinatawag natin. So, technically conformable. So, 2 to x, 1 to y. So, dapat walang sobra o walang kulang. So, the same with here, ganon din ang application niya. So, next is, yung 4 naman, partner doon sa 2. Diba? Kanina. O, baga x, y, c na yan. So, we have now plus 4 times 2. So, this is the first element. Now, for the second element, dahil yung answer natin is 3 by 2. So, dalawang column na lang yan. So, this is the first column, the second column. Yung ito naman, lahat ito, nakamultiply rin dun sa lahat. Kumbaga, ito x, y, z, ito yung mga coefficient niya. So, we have now, the second column is composed of this 2 times 2 plus 3 times 1 plus 4 times 3. Ayan. Okay? So, next, yung pangalawang row. So, we have now 1 times 5 plus 2 times 3. plus 1 times total 1 times 2. So next, so ito naman, so next column, ito naman lahat na to, multiply din ito sa pangalawang column. So it will be 1 times 2 plus 2 times 1 plus 1 times 3. Okay? Taas natin na ito. Nakukulog na ako. Okay, next row. Last row, ito na. Yung last row. Ito. The last row. 1, 1, 1. So 1 times 5. Lagay na lang na. Diretso, okay? This is 5 plus 3 plus 2. Lahat ito times 1. 5 times 1, 3 times 1, 2 times 1. Kasi 1 doon ito. So lagay na lang natin. The same way, the second, we have 2 plus 1 plus 3. So, 1 times 2, 2. 1 times 1, 1. 1 times 3, 3. So, ayan. So, simplifying this, pagalingan na ito sa arithmetic. Dito ako nagkakamali pala. 2 times 5, 10. This is 19 plus 8, 27. So, tama po. Ito naman, this is 4 plus 3, 7 plus 12, 19. Ito naman is 5 plus 5, 10, 12. Tama ba? Okay. Tira. 5 plus 6, 11. Plus 2, 13. Ano ba yan? Ito naman is 2, 2, 4 plus 3, 7. And we have, ito naman 10. Hirap pa. Ito naman is 6. So this is now the product. So ganun lang. Dapat conformable. So I'll stop the video where I will discuss the next yung solution of equation using our numbers. Kasi medyo mahaba pa rin yun.